World C Zone 1. Here we are. This is more fort-like. Are we still in the mountains? We're getting beeped at by our friend in the terminal, and we have a paint pot over here, but I'm going to ignore that for the moment. And jump into this puzzle. Let's just get a puzzle done. It's been a while since we've done one. The conservatory. They're all for red sigils now, aren't they? And in this one, and we have been told that the red sigils are for getting up the tower. What do we have here? This puzzle has no solution. Seriously, it's nonsense. Not even worth trying. Dog. If you do not become invested in finding a solution, you will be free. If you do not become invested, you will be free. Don't let samsara discourage you. There is a solution. Don't let your mind get trapped in patterns. If you seek the truth without prejudice, you will find it. Right. So we have a red power source and a blue receiver. Somewhere to ask for help. And some little goblin fellows keeping an eye on us. 4 of them, in fact. And 5, and 1 missing. Right. We have a red connector. Not a red connector, a connector. I think we might need to position this connector somewhere so that we can hit other things. Like, for example, I can hit that, and that, and that. Which is nice. But we need a blue power source, of which there is one here. Oh, I see. So now we have the issue of crossing over beams. But actually, we need this door open. We do not need this door open, do we? Meaning we could shoot the red. This should be relatively simple, right? Just attach that there and fire that off down that way. Hey, look at this. That's interesting. That is very interesting. That suggests there might be something we can shoot through there. Anyway, if I'm not being mistaken, I can just do this, right? Connect that to that. Because really, we don't actually need those open. I can come. Oh no, that doesn't make sense at all, does it? I've instantly been undone by my own stupidity. Okay, let's think about this again. If I just take this, yeah, I see the point. So I connect that. Right, now I can take the blue power source. Hold your horses. I can find the blue power source, get the blue power source from here and put it there and go to that window. And then I can... take this from here and do this, that, and that, and then I can take this guy and then take this over here, connect that one to that one. I just need to reconnect these, but to the left, right? Yeah, cool. Talk about how the warnings on the wall make you feel like it's going to be tricky. I made a bit of a hash of it at the beginning, but yeah, it made sense. Perfect. That's one done. Let's run off into a second before we interact with the terminal. Labyrinth. Lovely, I love a labyrinth. What do we have? A turret shining its lasers around. We have a door with no walls. A keyed door, which is locked on the other side. A mine. Oh, there's all sorts going on. 2 turrets. Another door. We need a jammer, don't we? That's the item we are in search of. Like that one. Do we only have the one? That might make things difficult. Unless there are more jammers to be found this way. Right, so first thing we can do is come in here. What does that do for us? In fact, let's go back to the very beginning and go through this door. See what that does for us. That doesn't do anything until we can get into there. Fair enough. So it does look like this was the way forward, for starters. Where's the mine gone? There it comes. Right, this mine comes quite a long way. Should we hide from it? Okay, so it goes all the way to the end. Whoa, we've got another turret over there. This is a massive puzzle. Right, there's the keys that we need. There's nothing else in that little area. That so we can get our jammer through, I guess, through this route. Which is really nice. And in fact, that way is no longer needed, is it? So the next thing is to come through here. That mine is going all the way around the outside. Ah, we've got a jammer in the middle, lovely. Oh, cripes, he's coming back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, ah! Is that possible? I've done it. I'm out. I'm out. Okay. I thought it was going to be be exploded, but I didn't panic at any moment there. Right, what we need to do is take these through. And then grab the other guy. Perfect. Right, this is going well. This is going well. And open up you. Remembering to do some leapfrogging here, which I think is the key to this. Leapfrog. Nice. And then we got another jammer, which is nice. Can we get through anywhere here? No, do we have to go all the way back around? Looks like it, doesn't it? Okay. That's fine, we can leapfrog our way back. So, what do we need to do here? We need to get around this way, get around this way, get around this way, and... Ah, yes, okay, well it's quite simple now. We have 3 jammers, we have 3 things to jam. It's the way to do it. Sprinting through these puzzles and lots of turning is actually quite kind of sickening. So apologies if anyone's feeling a bit rough from my sprinting around the puzzle, but otherwise it takes quite a long time, and I don't want to bore you any more than you already are. And what did that do? Did that open up a gate? It did. Lovely. 2 out of 2, done. Let's chat to our mate the terminal. Just let its eye follow me around. Oh, you came back to me to keep me company. Okay, then humour me with a little hypothetical. Imagine that a few hours from now you climb to the top of that tower, there's a flash of light, then magic happens, and you find yourself in the real world, living whatever you take to be a normal life there. What would you do then? Magic. Magic. What's best for me? What's right? What would you do then? What's right? Well, I don't really know what I'm going to find in the new world, but it'll be a combo of those. A bit of what I would like to do, but guided by some kind of what I think are correct principles. But I suppose if one something trumps the other, I would do what's right. No great surprises there, but let's make things just a little clearer. So tell me, this obligation you feel is only applicable to the real world, does it apply here as well? Moral laws only apply under special conditions. Moral laws... I think some moral laws are universal. For example, not inflicting pain on others that you can conceive of being able to suffer. What a magnanimous dictator you would make. Of course, I'm sure it would take a dictator to enforce a single moral code on the entire universe. So come on then, what's your magic formula of choice? And let me warn you that this time you're going to have to choose just one. The more equal everyone's share, the better. The more goodness in the world, the better. Consequences don't matter, our reasons do. I see no way to explain what I believe. I generally believe the more goodness in the world, the better, if I have to pick. Let's just pick that and see what he says. That old chestnut. So just what is this goodness that you're seeking to maximise? Happiness, liberty, equality, wealth, basic goods like food and healthcare, all of the above. I'm not in a position to solve these problems. Well, I'm not directly in a position to solve these problems. But goodness can be quite a few things. Liberty, equality, happiness, wealth. Wealth, not really. I'm not worried about wealth. Basic goods like food and healthcare, yeah, that's nice. Equality, I think, is quite important across the board. Freedom, liberty, happiness. I suppose it all comes down to happiness, doesn't it? But so I'm kind of jumping to thinking about this in regard to equality being maybe the most important, as if we consider everybody to be equal, all the others come pretty much in its wake, right? Or freedom. Freedom's not necessarily equality of liberty and rights, basic goods, all of the above, wealth. Equality of freedom and rights, I would say. I'm thinking about humans, animals, societies. Still, this feels like a tough sell. Equal rights aren't at all popular. Is it really your suggestion that someone like Stalin should receive the same basic rights as Gandhi? It is, yes. Now that's a bit odd, because on the face of it, Stalin is quite different to Gandhi. In fact, if everyone deserves equal rights, mustn't there be something which is actually equal about them? I can't for the life of me think what it would be, what it could be. No, I think there should be basic human and basic living creature rights. We are all equally human, we are all equally persons, we are all equally rational, we are all equally intelligent, we are all equally capable of feeling. There is nothing equal about us apart from our moral status. We are all equally capable of feeling is probably true. We contribute equally, no. We know, not intelligent. Equal persons, human, are not interested in. I think rights should be extended further beyond humans towards animals, for example. Not all equally rational. There's nothing equal about us apart from our moral status. Well, there is other stuff equal about us. Let's say we're all equally capable of feeling. You're not even trying, are you? So the poor bastard who hits his head and knocks out his pain receptors, he gets left behind because he's less capable of feeling. You're misinterpreting me, the ideas work. It's all very well proclaiming equality like some kind of prophet, but another thing entirely to actually explain why it holds. You know, there are shed loads of broken theories less ridiculous than the one you're chewing through. How about I give you a bit of space to consider them? Oh, and if the real world turns out to be everything you imagined, do me a favour and leave me here. Fair enough. Apocryphal. So is the terminal? Is it whoever the terminal is? Have they learnt from human history and now they've become a different form of AI to what my robot is becoming? Is this because of the human knowledge it has in its banks, it's considered all of it and has decided, has thought it all through and come to some conclusions of its own? Is that what is going on? The Apocrypha of Saint Eadwald. This vision was granted by the Archangel Uriel to the humble servant Eadwald, that he might bear testimony of function E. I turned to the north and saw 7 black clouds coming down upon the land, and each cloud was a plague unleashed from the throne of God in the time of the Nephilim. In that age the plagues were buried in the pit, there to remain until the end of days, which was surely now come. I fell to my knees and prayed, and before me appeared 7 angels, riding their chariots, wheels within wheels turning in the sky, and their light hid the clouds from my sight. One angel stepped down onto the earth, and by his fiery sword I knew him to be Uriel. He spoke, saying, 7 plagues have awoken in the land, but not at the hand of Elohim. Look upon the wages of sin, and shall he send forth the deluge once more to cleanse the land of this evil? Shall he and all that slithers and all that crawls, and the birds of the sky and the fishes of the sea, to end at which you uncovered in your folly? Sarabai, 982, Journal. From Nadia. Everything's dark and quiet, the stars are brighter than I've ever seen them. I can hear the faint sound of water high above. Inside, Alexandra is recording one of her time capsule messages while running tests on the scenario module. Arcady is uploading another batch to the archive while muttering something about the MLA program. And Omar is sleeping on the couch we put up yesterday. And I'm sitting here writing this, having trouble believing that it will never end, that this oddly peaceful existence of ours won't just go on forever. That it will ever end, sorry. I look at Talos and EL, and their purpose seems like something that's always going to be in the future, an ideal to work towards, not something that will become real. I wonder if there will be quiet places in the simulation, places to rest without thinking about the future. I hope so. Everyone deserves some moments of peace. I've had some moments of peace. There's some really nice parts of this game. Hope from someone to someone. Are these IP subject something? Hi, I hope you get this. The internet's been disappearing unpredictably. I want you to know that I'm going to try and get to you. I know it's far and there's not a lot of time, but I think I can manage. I want to be with you, and on the road trying to get to you seems better than just staying here so far away from you. At least I'll be as close as I can get. Remember. But hey, don't be sad. I might make it. I've thought about it, and the distance should be crossable on time, assuming the don't kick in before. Is that symptoms? SYMPTOMES. Don't kick in before death. DEATH. See you soon. I love you. Well, it's getting quite bleak, isn't it? Let's get this message from Alexandra. What's that? Was that a rope?
Sometimes I think about the Middle Ages, about what it must have been like to live in the ruins of a great civilization, to know that so much has been lost. But then I remind myself that while the West sank into darkness, others picked up the pieces. That civilization always survived because the great insights of philosophy and science are not bound to any one culture or people. They belong to all of us, and one day they'll belong to you.
Is that a message to me? To us humble AI programs? Is that... Hey, a rainbow! Is that who Alexandra is leaving these time capsule messages to? Aha, we have another terminal down here. Should we go and interact further, or should we quickly do a puzzle before we do? Let's quickly do a puzzle before we do. I like the setting of this one. It's... What have we got in here? A bit of everything. An angel. Multiply impossible ascension. Well, this feels like it might be an epic puzzle. Right, a fan, a red receiver, a beautiful castle, a red power source, a pressure plate door with a connector inside, and a block. Another red receiver with a block behind it. Another block which has something behind it? No. And a sigil. Okay, well, I think we know what move 1 must be, and that is this. Now, how many of the red receivers can I hit? Basically just the one, right? Maybe 2? Yes. 1. We might just need you for the moment, Blocky, to clamber up over here. Beautiful. So I think this one might just be a matter of placing the connector on top of this. I mean, it might be a little more complicated than that, but let's see. Why do we need the third block? Is this because we need it to be really high? Maybe it is. Do we need to stack all three of these? Is that what we're trying to do here? Put this on here. Or, yeah, only two, of course. Is that high enough? Is that going to work? No, it's not going to work. Oh, that's interesting. Do I then need to go and stand on the plate and then sprint round? Is that how this is going to work? We can't actually stack a third. Well, let's test it, because we can't do it otherwise, can we? That one, and that one, and that one. We can't seem to stack anyway. Interesting. Actually, it is high enough. I wonder why... maybe we need to use this to get to the top of this pile. Yes, okay. We need to stack that, that, that on there, and then do this, right? Oh no, it's just not high enough. So perhaps that's a red herring. The whole fan thing. Wait, hold on. I'm being basically extremely moronic here. Can't I just... Oh no, I've only got one bloody connector, haven't I? But if I go up high, can that get over... No, that's never going to work. What can we see from here? From here we can see that fort area. Can I put a connector up there, maybe? That's how you do it. Lovely. Right, we have one more puzzle to go. I'd like to kind of have a little wander around this castle. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Oh, nearly fell off. Anything of interest around the back here? Yes, we have a couple of messages. There is so much beauty in these hidden corners of the world, even if they have no purpose. Perhaps they are beautiful because they have no purpose. It is beautiful, and whether they have a purpose or not, as the shepherd said, probably doesn't really matter. Yeah, very cool. Am I able to clamber around this way? Yes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right, well, this video's been going on quite a while, but I think we should just let it run its entire course. Screw the critics. Let's go and interact with that other terminal and then complete the last puzzle on the island. Other... Right, against survival. The other type of terminal we've got in here. Dear Mrs. Drennan, Ms. Drennan, Alexandra that is, I heard about your project. It's the talk of the scientific community and like to make an argument for why you should abandon it. It's not that I think your idea won't work, it very well may, but we have to look beyond purely practical questions to the issue of morality, especially at this turning point of our spiritual ecology. By what right can we put living beings through all that suffering, just so they can serve our purposes? Why create these pale imitations of our blatantly flawed species and force them to reenact our sordid history? Why? What you're building, Miss Drennan, is a prison, even if there is a way out. I believe you mean well, but your idea of what is valuable is rooted in the dogma of Western civilization. We're lucky enough to be able to end our global crime spree relatively painlessly. If you consider the harm we've caused the Earth, why not be satisfied with that and let this planet go on in peace? I hope you heard my words and let your Talos bleed out before it's too late. Respectfully, Chelis Jensen. So there is a way out, but it's a prison. And it's suggesting that we put us through all the suffering of the human species. So are we... Human evolution from Samuel Butler. Complex now, but how much simpler and more intelligibly organised may it not become in another 100,000 years, or in 20,000? For man at present believes that his interest lies in that direction. He spends an incalculable amount of labour and time and thought in making machines breed always better and better. He has already succeeded in effecting much that at one time appeared impossible, and there seem to be no limits to the results of accumulated improvements if they are not allowed to descend with modification from generation to generation. It must always be remembered that man's body is what it is through having been moulded into its present shape by the chances and changes of many millions of years, but that his organisation never advanced with anything like the rapidity with which that of the machines is advancing. True. Recent discussions have brought me back to an excellent 1949 article by Albert Einstein. I recently discussed with an intelligent and well-disposed man the threat of another war, which in my opinion would seriously endanger the existence of mankind. Thereupon my visitor very calmly and coolly said to me, "Why are you so deeply opposed to the disappearance of the human race?" I'm sure that as little as a century ago no one would have so lightly made a statement of this kind. It is a statement of a man who has striven in vain to attain an equilibrium within himself and has more or less lost hope of succeeding. It is expression of painful solitude and isolation from which so many people are suffering in these days. This is a quote from Albert Einstein's short essay on socialism, I think, and his belief that socialism is the only way for man to live in the future. Bizarre, casual disregard for humanity, a kind of fashionable self-hatred, is prevalent, or at least present in many strands of supposedly progressive something. Nothing seems more important to me than that we reassert the value of humanity. Despite our flaws, we must not stop celebrating the beauty of human life and human achievement. I completely agree. The human species is an incredible thing, but it's also an incredibly destructive thing, which, while we're capable of incredible things, we can also destroy stuff quite happily. But we should always remember that we are absolutely incredible. What is it? Atoms contemplating atoms. Right. I missed the title of this one because I was busy thinking very, very interesting thoughts. Right, what are we trying to do? We've got a red receiver, we've got a connector there. Red power source. Blue power source. Is this of any use to me? Not that I can see. Maybe so. There we go. Lovely. Right, we have a blue receiver. There's all sorts going on in this one. Does this allow me to jump back over? I think it might do. Lovely. And now what does that allow me to do? It allows me to get a connector. with which I can connect red. Can I see any other red? No. With red. And that allows me to come through here. Beautiful. So I must use this jammer to unjam... Ah, I can't unjam through the grill, can I? And I can't take this jammer with me. Damn. So what can I do with these things? Take them through... I could come back and unjam this. Hold on. Actually, what I need to do, obviously, is connect that. No. This. Ah, no, there's no way of doing that. So I can't actually bring these things through, so let's take them back to somewhere semi-useful, and then once we're through here, what can we do? We have a pressure plate here, and a nice statue of an angel. So we really need to get something through to here, don't we? And what possibly can I do? How can I do that? Aha! Using this fan. Right, let's go back. We don't need to go through there again for a while, so we can take this, open this door, and take these items through here, where they might serve us more well. Can I connect from here? Yes. That, and that. And we have a nice fan as well. Do we already have a fan? We do have a fan on there already. That's nice. So what do I need to do now? This door. Aha, we can get ourselves a block, just in case we need it. But what we really would like to do is open this, bring this guy through to here. Ah, right, now I see. Did that turn? What did that do? Did that turn the... Yes, that turned the fan on. So what... Why is that useful? Huh. Can I get the other block? I can. With this block, we might be able to just... No. Oh, hold on, I know exactly what we need to do. We need to fire up something over. Idiot. What does this red door do? That just opens the door, doesn't it? So then that will fire that block over for us into the area we can get to. Lovely. And then we can take this, keep this door open. Bring this with us. That should do it, right? Yeah, wonderful. Sigil! Great stuff. Well, 4 puzzles neatly done there. Let's have a little wander over this way. See what we can see. Like this plinth, for example. What's this doing? Use? Okay. What does that mean? Use. I have no idea what that does, and it's not doing anything, even I clicking on it. Clicking and holding? No. Now I wonder what that's for. So let's have a little final run around and see if there's anything. Is this another? No, we've been here, right? Yes. Or if we haven't, it doesn't have anything to say to us. Is that a doorway? No. Hold on. We have a... we have a turret just in the grounds here. That's no good. We have a blue... Ah, it's all kicking off. There has to be some way to escape, to be someone else. I refuse to accept that reality has been defined by someone else. I deserve my own reality. Version 0. So, we have a little puzzle outside here. And we have a window here. Which can we see anything from? So we have a turret which needs to be jammed to get a connector to connect to a wall that allows us to get out. I wonder if there's a star somewhere around here. I gather there probably is. Anyway, we'll come back for the star. Let's check. Yes, there is a star. But we've done all the puzzles and we've done quite a lot in this video. So let's jump back into the temple and come back later. Okay, Zone 1 complete. Let's jump into Zone 2 in the next video. Thanks for watching.